Good morning, everybody. Rick Steele here with another betting tips video for you. We'll get to the topic at hand in one brief moment. We're going to be dealing with the pillars of success that are required, the building blocks, in order to be successful long-term sports bettor. We'll get into that in one brief moment. But if you haven't already done so, I would appreciate if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel, PSH Sports Picks. Turn on the notifications, and you'll always be alerted every time I post a new video. I spend the time and money in producing these videos. My only goal in doing so is obviously about money, putting you on a few more winners, helping you to avoid some losers, but more importantly, especially with these betting tips videos, giving you the tools and techniques and the knowledge to become a more long-term successful sports bettor. All that I ever ask for in return, support the channel, really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button. You can also like and comment on any of my videos here on the YouTube channel. I'd also recommend, it was up about a week ago, check out the latest betting tips video prior to this one to prepare you for the upcoming MLB season and how to have a long-term, successful, profitable 2023 baseball betting year. Now, in addition, obviously, I'd highly encourage you to follow me across social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My handle is @RickSteele99. You can shoot me any questions that you may have. You'll also get all the latest sports betting news in a timely fashion. Want to bet what I bet on a daily basis all year long? What I personally bet? Well, you simply have to go to the homepage of my website, pshltd.com, where you'll find the picks that I bet myself. You're alerted of updates to the site each and every time through the social media platform, so don't forget to turn on those notifications as well. There are always the free picks, nothing else, just exactly what I bet. No BS, no sign-ups, no gimmicks. Picks are always free, all of them 100% of the time. In addition, in those picks that I provide for you, you turn on the notifications, you'll never miss one. You also get total transparency. My records are updated, broken down by sport on a daily basis. Okay, let's get on to the topic at hand, dealing with the pillars for success for this theme of this betting tips video. One thing we need to avoid, and we'll deal with first, has to deal with recency bias. Is regular readers of my grapevine, if you'd like to get a Sunday morning email, I never do anything but confidentially send that out. I don't share your email with anyone. Shoot me your email address. I will put you on that list. It will also give you an email simply giving you additional betting tips knowledge. Nothing else, nothing to sell whatsoever. Everything is always free. So regular readers already know, as far as recency bias is concerned, that making bets is much more than just number crunching to try and spit out value. When you analyze past results and box scores, you have to ask yourself constantly certain situation and question. And here it is. What is a real and emerging pattern that will continue for a particular team? Conversely, what is not real and what is false, and what is going to end up taking this team and regressing it back to the mean, either positively or negatively. So bettors make a big mistake of believing that these patterns that they're seeing are going to continue. Why? Because that's the easy, lazy way of thinking. Something to grab onto, a security blanket to place a bet. Avoid that recency bias. Avoid letting short-term, small sample sizes change your outlook totally. Use your mind, use your cognitive skills. Dig deeper, understanding there's ebbs and flows for every team, every season. That's what we common for bettors to get off to quick starts. It's sometimes very easy to do because you don't have a lot of preconceived notions. You don't have a large database of results to fall back on. But then by the time you hit mid-season, you're struggling. Why? Because you're using stale thoughts, stale numbers back in December, and they have no real impact on influence on how this team is performing now that we're into December. So focus on your decision-making process as far as finding value, not just the final score. Similar to poker, right? If you played the hand correctly but lost the hand, it's just one hand. It's a small sample size. Someone got lucky, so be it. It happens all the time. It happens to you on occasion as well. Luck comes and goes. Skill, though, is permanent. The luck is fleeting. That's why successful sports bettors have such a high degree of humility. It's not about volume or the size and amount of your bets. It's not about talking about how much smarter than you are than anyone else in the industry, or continually patting yourself on the back when you're on a winning streak. Because, we tend to give ourselves too much credit when we win and too much blame when we lose. Most importantly, enjoy the process so you avoid burnout. Make smart bets. Notice I said smart, not necessarily winning bets. And yes, the profits and winning bets and your win percentage will overcome that fleeting bad luck and bad beats that occur. So let's get into these pillars that we're talking about. So long term, you're a successful sports bettor. There's no cookie cutter, push a button model approach to sports betting that's going to guarantee you success. What works for one person may not work for another. What I do suggest is handicap from your strengths while improving the areas you think you need to have help in, and that will help you to find value more effectively. If numbers and math modeling is your thing, great. If researching the intangibles and subjective factors is your skill, along with an ability to turn those factors and quantify them, then giddy up. Focus in that area. If reading the marketplace and getting ahead of the steam, acquiring closing line value is your strength, well, focus there. Regardless, use your strengths effectively while improving the areas you need to improve in, because what will guarantee maximum profits long term is when you can combine all of these factors. Now you're ready to take your business to the next level. However, don't confuse what I just mentioned above with what I preach on an ongoing basis, and that's that you follow the key principles that bettors need to follow in order to succeed. In this area, we don't have any flexibilities. Call them the foundations or the pillars, as I mentioned earlier, that will guarantee your success in this business. Especially these days with the legalization of sports betting across North America, don't become overwhelmed with the huge number of articles and podcasts and information available. Some of it good, some of it mediocre, some of it contradictory, and a vast amount of it just outright wrong. My point is, filter as much as you have to, and do not just accept anything you read as gospel. If you're unsure, talk to someone that you trust to allow you to give you both sides of the equation. I've spent decades adding and subtracting to my tool chest, revising, updating, adapting to the ever-changing market conditions, but never ignoring the basics, the fundamentals that govern this business. So keep your eye on the goal. The goal is to have a positive ROI. Small sample sizes, bad beats, wash away, when you focus on the big picture. Do not overreact to winning and losing streaks. The best bettors are the ones, because they are the ones that know how to lose. I don't say be happy with it, but know how to lose and not let it adversely affect them while anticipating a return to their winning ways over large sample sizes. The sports book, the line maker, is not your enemy. All they're doing is setting the opening line and shading it to where they anticipate the money is going to come in. The lines move based on fellow bettors and what they perceive to be value. Fully understanding how the market works in order to take advantage of it helps you to be successful. Without a firm grasp and understanding how it works, you can't make money in this business. Now, understand as well, let's get it out of the way. Bad beats, bad luck, temporary. Your knowledge, your skill is not. We've already touched on this in this betting tips video. You can place the same bet 10 times and you can win 9 out of those 10 times. But realize it's never going to be 10 out of 10. I mentioned before to always perform your post-bet reviews. If you answer that even if you did lose that particular bet, you would make that same bet again based on all the parameters and conditions that took place, then you made the right bet. Accept the loss and move on, but be objective in your analysis. When you're addressing your bets after the fact, losing on a bad beat is different than making a bad bet, right? If you blame every loss, however, on external factors beyond your handicapping, you'll be doomed to make the same mistakes over and over again. So, no particular betting tips video. The basics can be complete without mentioning money management. If you are betting full-time or want to go full-time, managing your bankroll and betting properly is critical. No chasing, no placing bets based on guts and hunches. Realize there's been many skilled handicappers come and go in this business because they cannot properly money management. Bet effectively includes substantial line shopping and timing the market. There are separate betting tips videos if you're unclear about those areas that you can check out. And then obviously if you have any questions, you can shoot those over to me as well. I've written and obviously made betting tips videos extensively on these topics because they are critical to long-term success in this business. Now, as I mentioned, the above information is your foundations, the pillars that you need to be used, regardless of the handicapping techniques you incorporate or the size of your unit. So be sure, as I mentioned prior, to check out previous betting tips videos to increase your knowledge, therefore allowing you to become a long-term, more profitable sports bettor. I thank you in advance. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I truly appreciate that. May all the winners be yours, and I'll be back with you shortly with another sports pick and also betting tips video.